What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing a rebuild I haven't done in a while, as we're going to be rebuilding the New York Jets before free agency, just because I feel like this team could really improve this offseason and become something next year. I might be crazy for that, but I really think this team could be a huge surprise in the league next year. Before we get into this video, guys, like usual, if you could leave it a like and of course subscribe if you're new, it is greatly appreciated. It helps out a lot, and I believe we're like less than 20 subscribers away from 2,000 subs, so it'd be greatly appreciated if you hit the subscribe button. But let's go ahead and talk about the New York Jets. Of course, they have Robert Saleh as their head coach and Zach Wilson as the young QB here, and they have a good, a good couple of pieces with Zach Wilson to pair alongside him. You got Michael Carter, who could become something one day. You got Mekhi Becton, Elijah Moore. So honestly, the team is just going to keep adding, and I think the team is just going to keep getting better, and that's the scary part. I think the Jets could really turn into something one day and be a really scary looking team. So the one thing we do need to focus on for the Jets this offseason is probably a corner. That is something I know they for sure need. And it looks like we also need middle linebacker help as well. So that'll be something as well. But as far as CJ Mosley and some of these other guys, we'll kind of see. But we're going to build ourselves a really good defense. The defensive line already looks fantastic. A 25-year-old John Franklin Myers. And they got Fatuoski, I don't know how you say it, or Fatukoski, I don't know how you say his name, but 27. And of course, the young Quinnen Williams. And then you also have Lawson out here. So honestly, I'm excited to see what I can make of this team. I really think we could do something with this Jets roster with all the cap space we have, and of course the draft picks. I think we could really build a super team pretty much here in New York. Not that a super team is a term you use in the NFL, but I really think we could make a good team, I guess I should say. So let's go ahead and start with the most important part, of course. So as far as free agents, I mean, Braxton Berrios is someone that was really good for New York as far as kick returns and just being shifty and helping out and making special teams type plays. Marcus May is 29 years old, and honestly, not that I necessarily want to keep him, but at the same time, I wouldn't want to lose him for nothing. And I don't know what the Jets are going to do in real life with him, but that's something I do want to kind of discuss. So I'm going to try to get this 27-year-old nose tackle here, just because nose tackles in free agency aren't all that great. So we got Follow Runso. I don't know how you say his name, but Marcus May. And I don't think I'm going to sign Jamison Crowder on the offseason. And then they want to sign Braxton Berrios. Like I said, it was very solid for the Jets. And I mean, if he wants to go elsewhere, that's fine. I don't want to offer him too much money, but I don't want to lose Marcus May. I kind of want to franchise tag him and then trade him away, I guess, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to lower his offer. And then we're going to franchise tag Marcus May. And we're going to trade him away. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to trade Marcus May away, and that way we don't lose him for nothing. Hopefully we get like a draft pick or two out of it. Probably just, I don't know, we'll see. So we're going to probably start with that. We're probably going to start with trading away Marcus May, and then we'll go to free agency day one, of course, and start to spend some money. So honestly, I didn't realize when you franchise tag somebody, also give yourself a little bit of a penalty. I thought maybe I would just be able to give away the $14 million and not have any penalty. So next time I probably won't do that, but regardless, you're going to get a second round pick from the Chicago Bears. The Bears are very needed at the strong safety spot, so Marcus May goes over to the Chicago Bears, and we freed up about $7 million in cap space in doing that. So yeah, we kind of got $7 million in dead cap, so my bad for franchise tagging him, I guess. But $79 million is still plenty enough to improve this roster. So of course the Jets could go all in and go Devontae Adams or whatever, but I don't think I'll do anything crazy like that. We have Ashton Davis, and of course we no longer have a strong safety, so I do want to kind of take a look. I kind of wish JC Jackson was here in free agency. I know he actually might enter free agency for the Patriots, just because it doesn't sound like they're going to franchise tag him. So would have been really cool if I could go all in on him, but unfortunately he really never hits free agency. So you have Jordan Whitehead, you have Ronnie Harrison as strong safety players that we could grab. So of course one of them would be great, and I'm not really sure which one I want. It looks like Jordan Whitehead's going to be a little bit more expensive, but he is normal development, but I'm pretty sure that he could turn into, star development pretty easily. So you know what? And he has no offer, so we'd be his only offer. He's 25 years old. I'm going to go ahead and sign Jordan Whitehead. I usually go for Ronnie Harris whenever I do need a strong safety because star development 25 years old, but I'm going to go for Jordan Whitehead instead. And I know we need a corner, which we might not be able to get the corner we want here in free agency. Like I said, if JC Jackson was here, would have been all over that, but unfortunately he is not. I also know this team needs a middle linebacker. There's always a middle linebacker that I love getting because the man is literally, we have a 26-year-old Juwan Bentley and the Vondre Campbell, Dante Hightower, Reuben Foster. But this man is literally 24 years old and star development. You just can't beat it. I'm going to go ahead and go for him. You just can't beat that. I mean, you got to take that every time. So 77 overall, should come to the Jets, and that'll be an excellent addition for our middle linebacker position. Steal him over from Green Bay. And then do I want to just go ahead and sign a corner option? I mean, we could. I'm not going to say Mike Hughes would be our number 1 corner, but he would definitely be helpful. So we'll go ahead and spend a little bit of money on him. This is another corner option, but I'm not totally opposed to, like I said, still making maybe a trade for a corner or something like that, just because I think it would be necessary to do so. But unfortunately, not a lot of corners hit free agency. So that's how day 1 looks. Do we want to go ahead and go crazy and sign like Michael Gallup as well? Could be a nice addition in New York, be a number 1 wide receiver, although Dallas did cut Amari Cooper, I don't think they've officially done it yet, but they are going to cut Amari Cooper, and that probably means they'd get Michael Gallup. So I don't know. There's also Dalton Schultz for the tight end position. That's something we need. 26 years old. You know what? I think we're going to do that as well. We're going to get Dalton Schultz from for the Jets. We do need a tight end, so I think it would make sense to go ahead and get him. And then I'm really torn. Do I want to go for Michael Gallup? Because right now I have Corey Davis and Elijah Moore. Do we want to go all in on Gallup? I don't think so, just because the Jets did pay Corey Davis, and then maybe we could just draft another young wide receiver with all the draft picks we have. So I guess we'll kind of stay away from that for now, and we'll kind of just hope these 4 guys accept our offers after day 1. So we should have Jordan Whitehead and Schultz in our bag, and then Mike Hughes we should get as an option, and Chris Barnes, I really want him, of course, as well. So I think day 1 looks pretty good, but let's see if we get everybody. So unfortunately, Chris Barnes actually rejected my offer. Mike Hughes accepts, and I don't think I'm assuming Jordan Whitehead has other offers now. So I do want to take a look at the lineup real quick, just in case I'm not missing anything. I need to look at the offensive line. So we have Vera Tucker and Becton. We have McGovern, who is 29 years old. I've heard they might be able to move on from him, and then got Font. So offensive line actually isn't too bad for now. Obviously, it's going to be addressed later, but for now, it's not terrible. Michael Carter, I do want to keep as a running back, and we do need another wide receiver option. But Dalton Schultz is a great addition for the tight end position. And then defensively, really sucked we did not get Chris Barnes, but we did bring in Mike Hughes as a corner option. Of course, I don't want him to be my number 1. And then we need to see if Jordan Whitehead will accept his offer. Then Ashton Davis is 25 years old. Okay. So yeah, we need to go ahead and see if we can get Jordan Whitehead to accept his offer. Really sucks we did not get Chris Barnes. That would have been a great addition. I guess I'll go see what other middle linebackers in my negotiations. So yeah, Jordan Whitehead's getting some other offers, but I do want to up my offer and get him, because we do need strong safety services really badly. So let's make sure we get Jordan Whitehead and overpay him by quite a bit. And then Devondre Campbell is still here. Do I want to go for Devondre Campbell to just plug in a middle linebacker this offseason? Do we want to do that? We also have a 26-year-old Juwan Bentley, so that's still an option as well. Kirksey, and you know what? I think I'm gonna go for Juwan Bentley at 26 years old, 80 overall. Try to get a middle linebacker here. Somebody I don't get all that often, so we'll go with Bentley here. 106 total points, and that'll be his number 1 offer by just a little bit. So hopefully we get him. And then is there anyone else that I have any interest in free agency day 1? I don't believe there is. I think those are the last 2 guys I'll probably sign, and then keep my cap space open. Is there anybody? I mean, I'm not going to go for Odell. I guess we need a kicker, so I'll go for Younghoe Koo real quick. So Younghoe Koo, welcome to the Jets, my friend. You have no other offers, so you should just accept that. Antonio Brown. I just don't think there's anything else I want. So we're just going to roll forward with the team we're going to have, and we'll obviously go in the draft to improve the roster even further. But other than that, I think we're good. So here we are on draft night. So I know the Jets in real life have the 4th overall pick. So what I want to do is I want to treat this like I do have the 4th overall pick. Obviously in the simulation, I have the 2nd overall pick, but the Tennessee Titans are on the board. Honestly, since I am at number 4, or real life of number 4, I think there's a guy I obviously want for this Jets roster. Aiden Hutchinson goes number 1. Obviously, Kayvon Thibodeau would be cool here. But I'm not going to do that, actually. I'm going to try to go for Derek Stingley. I don't know why I say Singletary. It's Derek Stingley Jr., corner here. A catching, A press, A B zone. I'm drafting Derek here. I'm bringing in a corner. We needed like a number 1 corner type guy, and I'm happy to bring him here. So I'm happy with that. And then we have a 25th pick in the 1st round as well. So I think I want to go middle linebacker here. So hopefully there's a good middle linebacker. So we definitely need one. We didn't get Juwan Bentley either, by the way. So I didn't even address that. But yeah, we didn't get him. He decided not to sign. So we got Jordan Battle. Who else? Christian Harris, Nakobe Dean. So I think I want to go middle linebacker here. So let's go take a look at what's available for us. So Nakobe Dean, Brandon Smith, so Christian Harris, C pursuit, and B power moves. Top fits were here in the 2nd one. So Christian Harris could be solid. I think he said he was out of Alabama. Then Kobe Dean out of Georgia. You got question marks across the board. A, awareness. B, stamina. I'm going to draft Kobe Dean here. He's a hidden developmental linebacker. I knew that. I don't know that about Christian Harris. Kobe Dean, welcome in. And we have an early second round pick as well. Might go wide receiver here. We'll see. I mean, maybe free safety would have been a good position as well. Jordan Battle, if he's still here, maybe we could go for him. Charles Cross, got Drake Jackson. Then Christian Harris is still here as well. Also kind of need an outside linebacker, so that wouldn't hurt either. But we'll kind of see. Let's see what's available to us. So we got Nick Bonito, which actually I believe we need a left outside linebacker. Or we need a right, which we can move Bonito to the other side, which that actually could be a solid addition to the team. And Brenton Cox. So you know what? I'm going to go Nick Bonito here as well. I'm going to continue to address our linebacker position. Welcome to the Jets. We definitely could use your services on the outside linebacker position. And then hopefully with the 22nd overall pick, maybe we get a wide receiver to fall to us that I think could be solid here. So and then we have another second round pick. So yeah, just great. We have a lot of draft picks. So Charles Cross is still here. Deron Kendrick. I mean, do we want to draft another corner? Probably not. And Drake London might actually be my selection here, actually. David Bell. I'm going to draft Drake London out of USC, bringing another wide receiver option for Zach Wilson. Another hidden development player, which is just great. Just stacking up on the normal the hidden development players that could potentially become stars or superstars for us, which is awesome. Let's see if we can make it. I don't know how many players we've drafted so far, but let's make it 4 for 4 or 5 for 5 here. Kyron Williams, David Bell, and then we got Nicholas, we got Darren Kennard, Brenton Cox, Owen. Okay, Bubba Bolden, Tomlinson, Haskell, Garrett. So what do we want to take here? Left end, Zion, Zach Harrison. I mean, at this point, it really doesn't matter for me. I could draft another running back option. A, catching. B, awareness. We'll take Kyron Williams here. Normal development, just another backup running back for the foreseeable future, I guess. Him and Michael Carter can compete or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. And then I'll probably use this last third overall pick, or third round pick, I should say. And then I'll probably be done in this draft class. So, David Bell, Bubba Bolden. Do we take a strong safety? A, hit power. C, play recognition. D, finesse moves. He's a good hitter, so you know what? We'll take Bubba Bolden here, and we'll call it good after that. So just like that, that is going to be my draft. I think it was overall pretty solid, and we're starting to retool this Jets team to further build around Zach Wilson. So obviously the offense looks something like this. Zach Wilson is the quarterback. You got Michael Carter. Kyron Williams is down in the depth chart, and they got Ty Johnson as well. Corey Davis, Mims, Elijah Moore, and then Drake London. So I do want to move Drake London in the slot, I think, so we'll definitely try for that. Offensive line on the left side looks great. On the right side, not so much. And then McGovern, of course, we're going to have to replace him eventually. And then Dalton Schultz at tight end. Defensively, I kind of think is where we kind of went heavy in the drafts. You have Nick Bonito. You also have, of course, Kobe Dean. And I'm glad we drafted an outside linebacker as well, because Mosley isn't going to be here forever. You got Jordan Whitehead, Bryce Hall. And yeah, the defense looks just great. So Derek Stingley here as our #1 corner. And I'm really excited. I think this team definitely improved. We are on the start of a good path. Of course, offensive line is probably going to be our biggest need next offseason. But so far, so good. I'm feeling pretty good about how this looks for us. So unfortunately for us, this season, we only went 5-12. Not much improvement whatsoever from last season. I mean, we'll have a high draft pick again, which is great. But other than that, we were pretty bad, obviously. 5-12 is just not good. We're up to an 82 overall, which is cool. But I do want to look at the stats, kind of see what went wrong here. So Zach Wilson, I mean, a lot of yards passed. Offense was 29th in the NFL, and the defense was 32nd. So both sides of the ball were pretty bad. Zach Wilson, though, was very good at not turning over the football, which is cool. So that's a good sign for things to come. And Michael Carter, 972 yards and 12 touchdowns. Receiving wise, Corey Davis had 1,200 yards. Drake London at 900 yards. So I'm really glad I did put him where I put him. Elijah Moore, only 164 yards. I put Elijah Moore in the slot, and that did not work out well whatsoever. So wow, that's a L by me, I guess. I did not want Elijah Moore to have that bad of a season. So I'll see what happened there. But 9 sacks from Quentin Williams, and interceptions wise, 2 from CJ Mosley, which is great. And then safeties, touchdowns, I don't know. But that is not a good look for Elijah Moore whatsoever. We got to fix that. We got to fix that pronto. Let's get to the offseason, though. And we can go ahead and see who won the Super Bowl real quick. And we got more work to do. So we sucked, which is fine. I knew this was going to be a long process. But there's more to do. Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Drake London did develop like crazy, though, so I guess there's one good thing about it. Drake London's up to a 75 overall, and I'm sure he's a normal development, or a star development, I should say. So let's go to the next week re-signing stage, and let's see who's a free agent for this Jets roster, and then we'll take a look at the lineup afterwards. So free agency is going to be big time this offseason as well. I think this free agency class is pretty bad, usually in Madden anyway. So hopefully we can try to get something good out of it. Quentin Williams, 25, of course, going to re-sign him. I think that's literally it. There's no one else I want. So, yeah. We got Bryce Huff right in. Connor McGovern. Yeah, we're going to go Quentin Williams. Of course, why would we not bring him back? We're going to bring him back for the long term and have Quentin Williams be our defensive tackle for a long time. He is back. So bring him in, and then let's go take a look at our lineup. So hopefully Elijah Moore didn't go down in development, because that would be an L on my part. I mean, I didn't mean to do it. So I guess in the slot, they just don't do well. But taking a look at the lineup real quick. Drake London, probably up to a star development. Maybe even in superstar. No. So Drake London is a... Okay, generate best lineup real quick. Elijah Moore is still a star development, which is great. So he didn't go down on overall, which is good. And he didn't go down in development, which is awesome as well. So now these 3 wide receivers will still be fine. And then offensively, of course, offensive line still needs to improve. Michael Carter didn't go up very much. He's an 81 overall now. But defensively, Nick Bonito and Nakobe Dean are both star developments at linebacker, which is great. And then this all looks good to me as well. And Stingley is a superstar X factor. So CJ Mosley maybe could be a cap casualty this offseason. I really like what we have as far as this young defense up and coming, which looks great to me. But free agency is going to be important. So let's go see what we can get free agency. Offensive line is obviously the #1 need. That's like one thing we do need to focus on. And look at that. There's a 27-year-old Quentin Nelson. We have $77 million in cap space. I think it makes a lot of sense to go get him. Probably will be doing that. So is there anyone else? I do want to take a look, like I said, at offensive line. George Font. You got Quentin Nelson, which is going to be my #1 priority. Mitch Morse, McGovern. And then you also got Nate Davis, which also, well, I mean, if we get... Never mind, we won't need a guard if we go ahead and get Quentin Nelson. So let's go for him. Quentin Nelson from the Indianapolis Colts. We're going to need his services, so let's go get him. And we'll give him a 5-year deal. Need offensive line help very badly. So if we get a 98 overall on our offensive line, would just be fantastic. Protect Zach Wilson, and we'd be in good shape. So Quentin Nelson, going to need you to accept this offer, please. 107 total points. The Chargers have a crazy offer on him, I guess. So I'm going to have to get crazy with this. This is tackle type money, but we're going to need him. And we're just barely edging the Chargers offer. So yeah, I'm spending a lot on this man, but he's a 98 overall superstar. So I mean, I think it'll be worth it. Hopefully it'll be worth it. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and sign Nate Davis as well. Can move him to tackle or something. One of the better offensive linemen in this free agency class. So we're just going to go ahead and spend big on the offensive line. Protect Zach Wilson at all costs. So still, the Chargers are out here just offering money to these offensive linemen. I'm going to need you to kind of buzz off if you could. So 119 total points. Their #1 offer by... Okay, so hopefully we get both of them, but offensive line is addressed. But we still need to address more than just the offensive line. So that'll be something we still need to focus on. So don't need a middle linebacker, but in the corner is not really a need anymore. Free safety, got Nasir Adderley, Mike Edwards, but I'm cool with just rolling with Ashton Davis. And then offensive line will be addressed. Is there anything else I could use? So I'm looking at CJ Mosley here, and we can literally free up $15 million in cap space if we do if we cut him. So I'm going to go ahead and free up CJ Mosley. And the reason why we're doing that is because I want to free up the money in order to make a trade. I think we have plenty of money now. Of course, we need Nelson. I don't really think I need anybody else for free agency. I think everything is good now. I'm hoping we get both of them. That'd be fantastic. At least Quentin Nelson, please. Madden, I'm begging you, give me Quentin Nelson. And they both accepted. So offensive line immediately addressed. I think we'll go center with our first round pick, because we do need a center very badly. So that's something we can look at. Although the centers aren't ranked all that great, so maybe we can maybe trade down in the draft or something. But now the offensive line looks so much better. Of course, we're going to be able to move one of these guys to the right tackle. Probably move Nate Davis to the right tackle, to be honest with you. And we'll take center in the draft, which is good. And defensively, we did just cut our linebacker, so I want to go ahead and try to bring in a linebacker via trade. So let's see what I can make happen. Going for the home run here. Right outside linebacker, Josh Allen from the Jacksonville Jaguars. Bringing him in to immediately be an upgrade at the right outside linebacker position at 26 years old. Feel really good about that. Jacksonville could trade him away potentially. Well, I don't know if they would in real life, but regardless, we got him. And now we have the 4th overall pick in this draft. Probably trade down and pick up a couple first-round picks if possible, or do something along the lines of that. But let's improve the offensive line a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and move Nate Davis to the right tackle, I think, and put him at tackle. And then Quentin Nelson will be at the left guard, or right guard, I guess. So we'll have the offensive line looking great. So let's move this to right tackle. So that'll look good there. I think Nelson would be fine. So yeah, he's up to an 80 overall. and generate best lineup, and that looks fantastic. So center obviously is the big gaping hole here, but it looks a lot better. And defensively, this looks really good as well. So yeah, I'm excited. I think we literally just need a center. Let's go into the draft, and let's go see if we can get our center. So the centers we want, I believe, are going to be down the board a little bit, but I guess I'll take a look at the board just real quickly. Maybe we could just, you know, or we don't have a second round pick, so never mind. We can't afford to do that. Miles Murphy is here, which is kind of crazy that I could pass up on him here, but we do need a center really badly. Eric Gilbert is here. There's so many good options, but fortunately we need a center, and I don't really want to I mean, Peter, but I feel like I could move down the board and he'd be here. A run block, or do I just go ahead and take him? Do I just I mean, he looks good. You know what? I'm not going to mess with it. He's a normal development center, but his ratings looked great. So obviously I probably reached like crazy, but he was the need we needed, and I'm happy with that. If we didn't have a center come in, we would have been looking pretty bad. So Miles Murphy or Eric Gilbert would have been great, but I went with the center, so hopefully it works out. So this is what the new and improved offensive line looks like. It looks like we also got a young depth offensive lineman as well, who is in development, which is great. And we got Pete Skoronowski, I believe how you say it, and he's our center. You got Zipper here as well as a backup tight end. It looks like he's more of a 77 overall fullback, but this is what the offense looks like. Elijah Moore will be number 2 this year, so hopefully he doesn't have a terrible year again. And defensively, Josh Allen, Jordan Whitehead, I mean, this looks good to me. So I think this team can make that leap. Finally, we can make this leap. Let's get this team into the playoffs. Zach Wilson had a great year last year. Let's go see if this time he can lead this Jets team into the postseason. So at the end of the season, this team ended up finishing 10-7, go on to play the Houston Texans in round 1, wildcard weekend. We went from like a 74 overall to an 85 overall, and after upgrading all these players, we might even be higher. So let's go take a look at what this looks like after we upgrade everybody. So we should be up to like an 87, 88 maybe, and 85 overall still. Okay, 87 overall defense. Get to play the Houston Texans in round 1, which I think we could easily upset them here, but we'll kind of see. I just saw Jordan Love was one of the leading passers in the league, which is cool, I guess. Offense was 21st in the NFL. Defense was 24th, so we improved from the bottom last year. Zach Wilson, again, is just much better at not turning over the football, which I love to see. So 32 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Rushing-wise, Michael Carter at 1,100 yards, a really good season. 18 touchdowns, so that's awesome. And then receiving-wise, Elijah Moore is back where he was supposed to be. I don't know what happened that last season, but 900 yards. Drake London at 1,100 yards, and Corey Davis with 1,100 yards. You know, it's crazy. It's not even working with the best wide receivers in the world. It's just kind of working. So I'm happy with that. And then Dalton Schultz, of course, was an early addition, 800 yards. And then defensively, this defense, of course, we've built up from the ground. We got 10.5 from Josh Allen, 8.5 from Fatu. I suck. Franklin Myers, 6, and Lawson was 6, and 5.5 from Williams, and 2 from Sherwood. All right, looking good. Interceptions, 5 from Derek Stingley, which is great. And then taking a look at the safeties and touchdowns, none. Okay, looking good. Let's go ahead, though, and see if we can come into Houston and upset this team. I mean, these are two teams that, of course, were really bad this last season in real life. So hopefully we get the upper hand here. They have Devontae Adams in Houston, which is just crazy to me, but we'll see what happens. Deshaun Watson, man, I cannot wait for this man to be traded, and I can't wait to do a rebuild of wherever he actually goes. It's going to be fun, but we'll see if he actually gets traded. I know there's a lot of legal things to be taken care of first, but he should be gone from Houston, hopefully. So let's see what happens. Simulate this season, and let's go ahead and or not this season, this game. So we got to stop to start things off, and we go up and put a field goal. Okay, got an interception from Stingley, 10-0, picking off Deshaun Watson. You love to see it. Another interception. Was that Stingley again? I didn't see. It was really fast, but they put up a field goal, and we're up 16-3, looking good. Let's go put up some points for nope. Okay, and then nothing yet. Really don't want to let the Texans back in this game. 19-10. It's good that we got a two. Okay, can we go score, please? 27-13. Okay, looking good. Pass knocked away by what? Let's go, baby. We went ahead and came into Houston. We upset the Texans. Just like that. First playoff berth for this Jets team in some time. And we come in here and we take over. Zach Wilson, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns. Watson, 256. Did he have... I want to see how many interceptions. He had 2. And I believe both of them, if I'm not mistaken, from Stingley, right? Let me see. Yes, let's go, baby. You love to see it. So in the divisional weekend, we get our division rival, the New England Patriots. All right, this should be interesting. I mean, obviously, division rival, that's big in itself. If you play your team or play your division rival in the playoffs, it's just all that much crazier. So Mac Jones and the Patriots. I also let them get Miles Murphy, so that could have been bad on my part, but we'll see what happens. And we got, let's see, we got the Patriots coming out and scoring immediately. We are not going to respond. 14-0, not looking good. Patriots might have our upper hand. And 3-14, okay, maybe go put up 10 and be okay. Good to stop. Maybe go put up 17. Nope, not going to happen. Interception for Bryce Hall. We start out with the ball in the third quarter. Nothing there. It's 10-21. We gotta need a touchdown. Okay, 18-21. Went for 3 or went for 2, and then we respond immediately. Get a stop. Come on, get a stop here. Go score. Get a stop. It's not gonna happen. So I think one more offseason should put this team in the Super Bowl conversation. So let's get this done. So I want to really quickly show you guys what has happened. Corey Davis decided not to resign, which is fine. Or I decided not to resign him because I kind of want to leave my books open to maybe go get a different wide receiver, a number 1 wide receiver guy. So obviously I like Elijah Moore. I like Drake London. I'm not sure why Drake London went down to normal development. He had a really good year, so I'm not really sure what happened there. But offensive line still looks great. And defensively, we also lost Carl Lawson. So immediately, the one things we're going to focus on going into this offseason is the right end and a wide receiver. Those are the 2 positions we're going for, and that's it. So let's go see what this free agency class will offer us. Hopefully, it's a good one. Can't remember if it is or not. Let's see. So we got Trayvon Diggs. I mean, if we needed a corner, that'd be cool, but he is obviously, I'm not going to go for him. But then you got Brooks, you got Stephon Gilmore, Claypool. So Claypool might be our best wide receiver option, which I wouldn't mind. That's not terrible. It would be fine. And Carl Lawson looks like he's our best edge, or right end or left end, however you say. So I'm probably just going to get him back. So just to be sure, Tyler Boyd. I mean, all these guys are decent options, but you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and go for Chase Claypool, I guess. Might as well bring the best wide receiver in. We have the cap space to do it, so I'm going to just offer him a contract. Claypool, 107 total points, and we're number one offer by a mile. So I'm going to look at both ends, and we got Akeem Hicks, Ashawn Robinson. You also have Carl Lawson. So, and you got a 26-year-old, you got Derek Barnett. So I guess we'll just get Carl Lawson back, bring him in. Again, I didn't re-sign him in the negotiation stage. He decided not to accept my contract. Actually, the Texans have a good offer on him. So you know what? Instead of settling for free agency, we'll get Claypool, which is great. So let's make sure we get Claypool. I'm going to increase the offer just a little bit more. And he'll be our number 1 wide receiver here in New York, which is great. So Claypool should get him. That's taken care of. Now, let's go see if we can trade for our right end, because I'm just going to do that just to make sure we have the team we want to have going into this last season. Okay, I did not expect the Cleveland Browns to accept this, but this is the first time in history I've ever went and got Myles Garrett, and they accepted that. So I think it's safe to say we have our team. We have our team. We're locked into it. As long as Claypool accepts, we are... Oh, I cannot believe we got Myles Garrett like that, dude. No freaking way. So we replaced Carl Lawson with Myles freaking Garrett. 99 overall. Myles Garrett. Best addition to the team by far. Best addition I've ever made in Madden by far. Myles Garrett, welcome to Cleveland, or not Cleveland. Welcome to New York, I guess I should say. Myles Garrett on this defensive line. Let's freaking go. Let's go make the playoffs again. And this time, let's go win a Super Bowl. I'm sick to my stomach, man. You're telling me after this offseason we just had, you're going to put me at 8-9, and we're not going to... This division was so bad, we're not even going to be in the playoffs to end things off. That is so stupid. Madden is so bad, man. The simulation makes no freaking sense. 33 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 1,100 yards, 1,100, 800, and we just didn't... I hate to end the video off like that, but man, like, Myles Garrett, 13.5, 12 from Josh Allen. I mean, I did everything I could to put this Jets team in position to be a Super Bowl contender, and they're not going to reward me with a damn good simulation as we went 8-9. How does this team go 8-9? I have no clue, and I'm sick. I just can't believe it. Defensively, just so irritating, man. But whatever, man. It is Madden. Why am I shocked? Thank you guys for watching. I think the Jets could be a very interesting team in the next couple of years. So we'll kind of see how Zach Wilson continues to develop. I think he could be good. Obviously, rookie quarterback struggles sometimes, so I don't want to give up on him just yet. Thank you guys for watching. This is Crushables 2. Dan. Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.